outside, it's looking effective. Every once in a while, he has Mikey's eyes looking at the lights. The problem is he forgets about his height and his reach advantage. He puts his left hand down to his waist and goes into the inside and tries to trade. You don't do that when you're 5'11 and weigh 135 pounds. He did it. He fell into the trap. Garcia's heavier hands started landing. I believe the third round kind of made Garcia a home run hitter that night. Garcia should have. Let me tell you guys something. This guy, Robert Easter, undefeated IBF champ, and you shit what you say. He doesn't last 5 rounds with Chavez or Duran or any of the legends. This guy is like, he couldn't stop a right hand, and he was getting hurt to the body every time he touched him. His brother, Robert Garcia, begged Mikey to go more to the body. The fight would have been over. It would have been absolutely over.
Nobody was banking into the body.
My God, Lee, there's times where Robert Easter is so worried about getting hit to the head. He's literally, his arms are so long. When he does the shell defense over his face, his whole midsection is open. It was just, and Mikey's not, he's trying to go around the gloves. No, you go to the body twice, and that guy would have went down. Because when he went to the body once, it seemed to lift his leg every time. When he had his left hand down to his waist, there's times in the middle rounds, like you say, when Mikey starts taking over, where he's putting his glove all the way around to his right side. So he has his right hand is blocking his head, and his left hand is blocking his ribs. He didn't want to get touched. Mikey left it alone. I don't know if he wanted to cruise because he's a stable fighter, right? Doesn't want to make the PBC guy look bad. But I thought in the late rounds, Mikey cruised a little too much to get him out of there. Yeah, like you said at the end,
he gave up about half a round statistically every round.
I would agree with that. Yeah, he cruised.
I still don't understand. Okay, somebody, and I'm putting this out to the Fight Net Radio universe that involves us on Facebook. What is up with this fucking South Coast Mitsubishi shit? Can somebody explain what are they doing? Moving drugs? Like, what the fuck is up with that shit? It makes me crazy. South Coast Mitsubishi, Oxford, whatever that whole... They used to do the Manny Pacquiao stuff. Now they've kind of moved over to Mikey Garcia and a few other LA boxers. But what is that shit? All I know is that this guy's been on Ripoff Report for selling cars and then not delivering actual cars. Allegedly. But there have been some crazy shit with a couple of those dealerships, and I'm not making that up. And by the way, who drives a Mitsubishi? Is that even a real thing anymore?
So stupidly.
Does anybody remember a Mitsubishi car? Have you ever owned a Mitsubishi?
Yeah, my dad did. Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yep, back in the days.
What's up with that? I didn't even know they were in business. But I digress. What else is there about? I guess we could talk about results if you want.
Well, I mean, no. Listen.
What?
You got to get over this. Last night, yes. Not only did they not talk about Lomachenko, the 140 division, they didn't even talk about Terrence Crawford. All right, Mikey Garcia versus Terrence Crawford. If it's not Vasily Lomachenko is the fight that boxing needs, Garcia Lomachenko for all 4 fucking titles, Lee. All 4. And matter of fact, 5.
Lomachenko's name came up a lot last night. There was a
who?
running
The
joke
media?
last. By the way,
the media?
No. The fans.
Shit.
No.
Well, exactly,
I was with the fans last night. I am of the people, Andrew. You know me. Andrew, you know this about me, right? And those of you who listen to the show, I'm all about the fans. Lee. I love the fans.
All right.
Until they say stupid shit.
What are their fans saying?
The fans all believe, they're all Lomachenko. Like, the guys that I was sitting next to sucked the dick of Lomachenko last night. I could not believe how much Lomachenko
He had a pretty big win against Jorge Linares, though. That's almost like fight of the year right now. Is still probably a candidate for that. So there's a reason why people are all up on Lomachenko. He proved himself. It's time for Mikey to fucking face him. If you're not going to face him.
Yeah, but he's going to fight Errol Spence.
No, he's not. No, he's not. You know he's not. They immediately after that fucking interview, Showtime starts backtracking. Oh, well, you know he can't face him right away. He's going to need a warm-up fight. Oh, yeah, I agree, a warm-up fight.
Well, he only fights once a year. And by the way, if you want to look at PBC fighters...
Spence is sitting there laughing because he's going to be a junior middleweight soon. He's growing too. PBC bullshit. Where the fuck is Terrence Crawford at, Showtime? He's the undisputed junior welterweight champ. He's right now ranked number fucking 1 as a welterweight. They don't even mention him. They don't even act like he's a part of the fucking welterweight division. Talking about Keith Thurman, who hasn't fought in what, Lee? 2 years? A year and a half? Oh, yeah, elbow. Everybody in the PBC has some kind of fucking surgery. I swear to God.
I'm with you, bro.
It's time for us to put up with this shit. Make them face the fucking fight.
That's not going to happen. And the fans don't care.
That's what we're supposed to do. Well, I know. Did you hear him last night?
Dude, I was with them last night.
Fucking cheering like this was a 50-50 fight. Lee, listen. It's plus 650. You know how many calls I got? You don't even think? There's nothing? I said, you guys, you got to watch the last fight. I'm dead serious. His last 2 fights. He's so tall. His reach is so... Andrew, it's plus 6. Listen, he doesn't use his height. He keeps his hands down. Mikey's going to hit him with the right hand. Lee, did you see it?
Yeah, I'm with you.
650? Oh, get out of here. Stop it. No, this was not a close fight. Garcia was supposed to win this fucking fight. He was supposed to win the Lipschitz fight. He was supposed to win the Zachilian fight. No one's ever defeated 3 undefeated champions. Who the fuck are those 3 guys? You were a fucking 650-1 favorite to beat Easter. Ooh. Bigger, better rewards. Lomachenko's the bigger reward. Terrence Crawford's the bigger reward. Crickets. Motherfuckers ain't even talking about him. Do you see Terrence Crawford put that meme out? Don't forget about me. That's what, Bob Arum needs to start putting his fighters all over PBC's website. Seriously. If I was Lomachenko and I was...
As I said to the boys last night that I was sitting next to that were drunk, PBC don't play well with other organizations.
Fuck, it's time for them to just set their whole shit on fire. Fill it up. Call them out. This fucking bullshit. Lee, I swear to God, why aren't we holding these articles to these guys? 2 months ago, Mikey's talking about, oh, well, if Linares is fighting Lomachenko and I'm fighting Easter, we the winners should fight each other. I don't see why that can't happen. Soon as he wins, I think I'm just going to go to welterweights and fight Spence.
You know what, Andrew? I'm starting to lean towards just being a fan and going with the flow. I had a good time. You know what? If you give me listen to me, Andrew. If you give me a hot dog covered in macaroni and cheese and a cold Coke and a decent night of boxing, I'm pretty passive.
That's disgusting, and you did not have a good time watching a plus 650 go 12 rounds.
Okay.
Bullshit.
It should have ended in the third, admittedly.
It should have ended. Lee, it shouldn't have went past 5. I know that.
Look,
Lee.
I said it was going to go early. Look, I'm going to say this again to Kelly King. I said it was going to go early. I did not think Robert Easter had the heart to get off the mat. And he got off the mat. So good for him, right?
Yeah. No, the kid went 12 rounds. He definitely showed up last night on the heart scale. But he should.
Should we talk about the O2 Arena before we go into great details? Let me do the O2 Arena real quick because I watched 5 hours of boxing.
Go ahead. Yes, sir.
All right. So last night, O2 Arena. This is for Paul Cuff out there. Thanks for turning me on to Sky Sports and the live stream. I still cheaped out, and I'll tell you guys, go to firstrow.eu and steal your next pay-per-view fight.
Oh, that's great. Good job there, Lee.
Wasn't it? And it worked, and I watched it in the pool. How shitty of it is it? Okay, by the way, this is very LA. So I get it on my laptop. I go out to the pool. I got the music on, got the hot fiance in the pool, half naked, floating around on her floaty, right? Boobs are glistening. While I'm watching the fight on my laptop. It was a good day. It was a good morning. I had a great time. I'm just telling you how it is. I'm living the life. And I watched a pretty phenomenal evening. So let's start off. Shall we? Where do we go? Let's start with Buglioni defeating Fuzuzu. Got a win. Good job. Anthony Fowler defeated blah, blah, blah. Shamalama ding dong. I'm just being cool about it. Super flyweights. Anthony Fowler defeats Craig O'Brien. Heavyweights. Nick Webb loses to David Allen. Then the fight that I really got into. Conor Benn. Why is Conor Benn important, Andrew?
Is he Ben's son?
He sure in the fuck is. He is
Nice.
Nigel Benn's kid. This is the first fight I really got into. Conor Benn's a welterweight as well, Andrew.
Nice.
He's 12-0. He beat this guy named Payund, who basically got off the mat and just kept coming at Benn. It was a good fight. I mean, Benn ultimately stopped them, but it was there. It was pretty heated. It was for the vacant WBA Continental Welterweight title, which, if you're wondering what that means in the grand scheme of shit, it means nothing. It's a made-up title by the WBA that they sold to Eddie Hearn. Like, Eddie Hearn gets all the redheaded stepchild titles for his underfights, which I think is hilarious. Butisi, light heavyweight, defeats Andres Puku Shamalama Ding Dong, who gets the vacant WBA Inter Lightweight Heavyweight title. Again, a bullshit made-up title. My next favorite fight, Katie Taylor. Chick fights rock, dude. You didn't see this. They did this on Showtime. I'll get to... There's a chick named Cookie from Long Beach who fought on the undercard of Mikey Garcia, dude. You want to know why the crowd kept booing at the beginning of every fight when it was slow? It's because of Cookie. Cookie came in and beat up a white chick. Man, I called it the Cookie effect last night. Katie Taylor beat Kimberly Connor. She is now the IBF and WBA lightweight champion for the women. And then, and I guess, is it an upset? Derek Chisora beats Carlos Takam for the vacant WBA Inter Heavyweight title. Again, a made-up bullshit title. And in the main event of the evening, went the distance by decision. Dillian White, Dilly, defeats Joseph Parker to be the WBC Silver Heavyweight title, which means he's the number one contender. He's also the WBO number one contender, now carrying the International Heavyweight title. So Dillian White is now getting a shot somewhere down the line with either Anthony Joshua or... There's no way that I see Dillian White getting a shot at Deontay Wilder.
Nope.
No way. No way is the PBC going to let that heavyweight title out of their grasp. No way. They won't even let him fight Anthony Joshua, for God's sakes. That was a good night of boxing. That was a good day. That's 5 hours of boxing, dude. It was boxing forever. I literally got out of the pool, took a shower, and headed down to Staples literally right after 2:30. I was in the car at 3. I was at Staples Center before 4, right? And then I watched the entire Staples card. So let's go through it, shall we?
Yes, sir.
Light flyweights, Lena Lincoln and Judith Hubble. I believe that was a good time. Lena gets the win over Judith. Welterweights, Wesley Howell Diana wins against Vinci Dixon. Really? It's interesting. Jose Balderas wins against Jose Alfredo Flores Chanes. I can't even make that shit up. 4 names. Fucking kidding me. He's 6-5. You want to go somewhere in boxing, kid? Cut it down to 1 or 2 names. Jose Alfredo Flores Chanes. You're shitting me. Jerry Perez defeats Aaron Hollis. I like that fight. That was fun to watch. That's about where I came in. Featherweights, Luis Correa defeats Guadalupe Arroyo. That was a fun fight as well. Where's the Perez fight? I'm telling you, it's up there. There's the Marroquin Perez fight, and I met Perez after the fight. Fun fight. We'll talk about that. I'll talk about it in a minute. Brandon Glanton defeats Daniel Nahara at cruiserweights. Lightweights, Neri Romero defeats Jesus Aguiana. Lightweights, Carlos Balderas defeats Giovanni Caro, right? And by the way, this Lena Lincoln Judy Holt, Lena Licona is this crazy chick fight. crazy ass chick fight, dude. Or yeah, that's the crazy ass chick fight.